Hello everyone, my name is Ellie and welcome to the companion video for HTML Chapter 1. To get started, go to codedex.io/html and then click on the first exercise. The first exercise of this course is called Shooting Star. For the entirety of the course, you're going to have 3 panels as you're learning. On the left, you're going to have your narrative and instructions. In the middle, your code editor, and on the right, your browser output tab. All we're doing in this exercising is copying 2 lines of code, pasting it into our code editor, and replacing our text in between. I am going to be typing August 28 for the date. And then for my wish, I will be typing bring back summer. Now, you can press run to see the output, and then click on the submit answer to check your results and collect your XP. Then you can go ahead and click next, and I'll see you in the next exercise. Okay, so in this exercise, you learned about tags and elements, specifically the paragraph element and also the body element, which only appears once in an HTML file. For this exercise, we're going to create a body element that inside is going to hold our paragraph elements so that we can hold each of our Greek elements. And so I'm going to do just that and then copy and paste the words and emojis inside the elements. Be sure to indent your opening paragraph tag 2 spaces, and then you can go ahead and click next. All right, welcome back. So in this exercise, you learned about headings, the H1 through the H6, as well as line breaks, which we learned are self-closing tags. We're going to put everything that we learned together to create a front page New York Times. You're able to choose whichever day or choose today's date as well if you'd like. I'm going to be just copying a couple paragraphs from this article right here. So I'm going to be adding a couple paragraph elements as well as some line breaks. Yours is going to be looking a little bit different right now, and that's okay. Just be sure to click run to see your results and that everything runs perfectly. And go ahead and click on submit answers, and I'll see you in the next exercise. Okay, so we're learning about stylizing HTML now. And for example, B for bold, I for italicize, and the S for strike-throughs. Nowadays, we actually mainly use CSS to stylize text, but it's important to know, and if you happen to run into an HTML file that has these, you'll know what they do. This exercise, we're provided with a paragraph, and we have to go ahead and take the sample that's on Codédex and stylize it to get the same result. The first thing that I'm going to be doing is copy and pasting the text into the editor. And my first sort of thing that I notice is adding some paragraph, and then I'm going to individually go into the words and phrases that are in the sample paragraph and then stylize them using the appropriate element. Be sure to add any closing tags when you need to, and then you can go ahead and run, check out what it looks like, see if it works, and submit your answers to check it with our editor. All right, I love making lists, and now that we've learned how to make unordered and ordered lists, we can add them into our HTML file and create a recipe, which is what we're doing for this exercise. The recipe that I chose was apple pie, but you can make whatever recipe you want. And remember to use a body element, and inside you can go ahead and now create some headings. You're going to have the ingredients section, which is going to be the unordered list. And then typically in recipes, you'll have an ordered list. So I will be using that for that section. As always, be sure to click run to see your results, and then go ahead and click submit answers to check that you got it right. All right, welcome to using images and links in HTML. In this exercise, we're going to be recreating a lost pet site. So as well as using the image and anchor elements, we're also going to be using some headers, the paragraph elements to add a description of our pet, and the anchor element specifically is going to be linked to anything that we would like. Remember that we're still going to be using that body element to wrap around all of our other elements in. And of course, don't forget to indent. At Codédex, we like to just use 2 spaces, and this is typically the standard as well, or using the tab button. Depending on the image that you'll use, you'll see that the size of it is going to look a little bit different on your screen, but be sure to click run and see what it looks like. And as always, submit your answers and click on next for the next exercise. All right, welcome to the last exercise of HTML Chapter 1. We have made it this far, and in this exercise, you're basically recapped with everything that you learned, and it's pretty much everything that we have been doing up until this point. Now, to get started with this exercise, you're going to put everything that you learned together to make a band poster, and you can pretty much choose anyone that you would like and create a description, a title, and add in a couple links from them to link to their albums or songs. I'm going to be choosing my favorite band called Wallows and adding in some images from them, some links. As always, while you're working, be sure to click run to see what it looks like and submit your answers. Thank you so much for joining along, and I will see you in the next chapter.